How to manifest an SP in 24 hours. I'm gonna let you know right now, all that is bullshit. I am Neil Arthos. I am the next Abdullah, and we're gonna make you the next Neville Goddard. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you what I promised, and I'm going to give you wisdom that could manifest your SP in 24 hours. But I want to tell you right here, right now, that if you feel that you have to manifest your SP in 24 hours just because you heard that somebody else did it on Reddit, or maybe you heard a success story on YouTube, that typically is what ruins your manifestation. So I'll give you the technique right here, right now, before you click off, because I know retention fucking sucks nowadays. But I want to let you know that whether you manifest your SP in 24 hours or whether you manifest your SP in 24 years, the only one that ever fucks up the manifestation is not that you didn't look smacks or that you didn't go to the gym, bro. It is simply you and your lack of belief or your desire to mess with the 3D and decide, oh, well, this shit doesn't work. So if someone had a gun to my head and said that I needed to manifest my SP in 24 hours, what I would do is I would go crazy on self-concept. I would say my SPs need me more than food, water, and fucking air. Every single time that my SP makes eye contact with me, they wet their fucking panties. My lips are a magnet to theirs. Their throat is a magnet to my... You get the fucking point, okay? The point is I would go overboard on my affirmations. Two reasons. One, whether you affirm or whether you say this out loud or whether you say it in your mind, it's going to boost your self-concept. You're going to get this manifested in some shape or form. And whenever you do this, to me, this is probably the biggest one. Whenever you have affirmations like this, they are so fucked up that you have to feel something. And when you feel something, when you listen to yourself say that their throat is a magnet to your cock, even I felt something right there. You will enter into a new state, okay? You know those days whenever things are going great at work, but then all of a sudden one customer just has to say something. And you go from having a good day to having a really bad day. And your mood changes. You know, maybe even your coworkers are like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And you're just like, fuck, I can't get that asshole out of my mind. I can't believe he fucking said that. You know, all I did was tell him, have a nice day. And he told me, don't tell me what to fucking do. It's like, fuck that guy, right? You go from having a great day to you lose your appetite, right? You go from having positive thoughts to having negative thoughts. Well, when you say crazy affirmations like that, it is borderline impossible for you not to change your state. Okay? When you are saying crazy things like, all my SPs are flowers in my garden, but I'm the fucking sun. All my SPs are satellites in my solar system, but I'm fucking gravity. I guarantee you that all your thoughts will go from When is my SP gonna text me? What if they say no? What if they reject me? From all of a sudden, you're gonna start having a new set of thoughts, which can go from, dude, they would love to be with me. What am I talking about? I'm probably the most attractive guy they've spoken to in years. You will start thinking differently. You will start getting different inspirations. You will start getting different ideas. And just like when John and Paul McCartney had all these creative ideas that popped in their head, which created their successful discography, is the same way that all of a sudden you'll get creative ideas to act in the way and walk in the way that will lead you to getting your SP, right? That is how you shift states, is by getting to the point where you do something so fucking powerful in your subconscious that it has no other choice but to shift the spectrums. Kind of like the way an earthquake shifts the fucking plates in the equator and it moves it to a different location on the earth. That's what happens when you shift states, okay? So to me, the quickest way I've ever shifted has been when I say crazy things like this. Secondly, I would imagine at least 20 times an hour. And again, this shit, you shouldn't be doing this, okay? You shouldn't have to exhaust yourself for 24 hours. But remember, gun to my head, okay? I would imagine at least 20 times an hour, okay? And the shorter the imaginal act, the better. The simpler the imaginal act, the better. And the more natural, the better, right? So if you want to manifest your SP, don't imagine a text. Don't imagine the first date. Imagine that it has been already. I mean, if you're trying to get marriage, which I'm not trying to get marriage, but if that's your thing, then, you know, imagine the celebration after your wedding day, or imagine you guys holding hands and there's your engagement ring. I actually think that marriage is the easiest thing to manifest because the imaginal acts are a lot more simpler because there's, you know, symbols, you know, engagement ring, wedding dress, etc., right? For me as a player, I have to actually think of different ways to manifest in my imaginal acts because, you know, you can't just fucking, you know, there's no engagement rings for promiscuity. But, you know, whatever it is, make the scene simple and quick. And it has to be in the in state, and do that 20 fucking times in a row. Don't worry so much about if it's in fucking 3D Blu-ray or IMAX, okay? What matters is that you repeat this so many times to the point where you feel something, because once you feel something and you feel that satisfaction, like, okay, I'm getting somewhere. Or if you feel the climax, the feeling, or maybe you're actually, you know, climaxing for real. The point is, you want to get to the point where you impress your subconscious. And because you're trying to do this with your gun, with a gun to your head, even when you feel something, I would keep doing it until you keep feeling something even stronger, okay? So boost your self-concept with those crazy affirmations, which is what I call self-pedestalization, or AKA narc maxing. And then 2, do an imaginal act so fucking powerful 20 times a fucking hour, okay? That's what I would do, okay? And that's really it, okay? And to be honest, all you have to do is these techniques once and it should work. But because you guys want to fucking manifest it, because Joey over there says that he manifested his SP in 2 minutes, when in reality all she did was fucking text him. If you actually read the success story, they never really got married. They probably haven't even got married yet. They might still be in a relationship, but he didn't get his end goal, all right? The point is that don't try to do something just because somebody else is doing it, okay? But either ways, that's how I would do it with the gun to my head. Get the gun out of my face. She's here, okay? Coming all over my face. I am Neil Lartos. This is all that the I'm Awareness had to say. And I know you're going to be okay.